You did have a clickbait, huh? All right. I guess anything else? I get sued all the time. Y'all, stop it.
Tiffany Henyard in court today over illegal appointments she allegedly made for several positions inside the...
As we delve into the absurd activities of Mayor Tiffany Henyard, the self-proclaimed super mayor who has been making headlines, you can believe local politics may get dramatic. Let's speak about them and the current scandal building in the small community of Dolton, Alinea V. Hold on, we're just getting started. Believe us, what you're going to hear will have you wondering how someone like Tiffany Henyard is still in power. This political firestorm is one you don't want to miss for all the wrong reasons, from court battles to federal investigations.
Involving a controversial politician in the south suburbs. Tiffany Henyard was the only Thornton Township leader to show up for a scheduled meeting.
Imagine a mayor of a tiny hamlet who is already in debt and who governs the village as though she were the queen of her own realm. Henyard is being investigated for financial mismanagement and is allegedly squandering public funds as if they were her personal piggy bank. She is not simply in legal peril, though. In addition, she is at odds with her own village trustees, who are essentially attempting to stop her from causing even more harm to Tiffany. She is refusing to back down and is fighting tooth and nail to maintain her hold on power, even as the walls are closing in around her. As if that weren't enough, the village is in the red by millions.
Very appreciative to receive the information today. We have the best mayor ever. I've been here since 1993.
Let us begin by discussing the legal predicament that she recently found herself in. Cook County Judge Stuart Wilson delivered a devastating ruling against Henyard, issuing a restraining order that prevented her from appointing a new village attorney, village administrator, and, for the record, a new police arm. This is because Henyard chose not to pursue legal representation for herself. The village board's approval before attempting to schedule these appointments, but the judge was having none of it. He declared that Henyard lacked the legal authority to know what she did and threatened to hold her in contempt if she persisted in disobeying the court's orders. Yes, people, you heard correctly, with serious consequences.
Of court. The judge today declining to hold her in contempt, but did warn her that if she did not follow the ruling, he would.
To put it mildly, one of the individuals she attempted to appoint is not exactly spotless, which is why this is so contentious. There's a reason the board wasn't delighted with Michael Smith's selections for 10 yards, and let's just say that his past is cause for concern. Judge Wilson intervened to stop Angela Lockett from breaking the rules because she was perceived as a supporter of Henry Ard, which only strengthened the suspicion that the mayor was trying to stack the deck in her favor. As if the legal battle wasn't intense enough, Henry is also the subject of federal scrutiny. That's right, the village board wasn't going to allow these appointments to go through. The FBI is engaged. Her financial transactions have been investigated, and the results don't seem promising. The village of Dolton is allegedly in debt for more than $3 million, and the former mayor of Chicago, Laura M. Foote, was appointed as a special investigator to look into the village's finances because of the Henyard spending habits. So far, her findings have revealed astonishing credit card spending through the roof, money missing from the general fund, and let's not forget the Amazon purchases. Sure, it is known that Amazon Henyard spent tens of thousands of the village's funds on products from the online store, but no one is sure what those purchases were for. At $40,000 in a single day, what could she have possibly needed from Amazon that cost that much?
It's shameful. Y'all are a disgrace.
We're watching the fall of this administration.
According to the Life's research, the village's financial condition is significantly worse than anybody could have predicted. According to Lightfoot's findings, 10-yard spending has left the town in a hole that may take years to escape. As of May 31st, the general fund had a negative balance of $3.65 million, and the village's records are so badly kept that it is impossible to determine where all the money went. Nearly all credit card purchases have no documentation, and overtime payments for some village workers have increased dramatically. 2 police officers, for example, made more money in overtime than they did in basic pay. One police officer earned nearly $100,000 in overtime alone in a single fiscal year, and another officer made $87,000. This is real. It looks like something from a movie.
Judge issued a temporary restraining order blocking her from making those appointments without approval from trustees.
And now, this is where things get personal. According to rumors, Henley's closest friend and ally, the ballet, is now a crucial witness against her in the federal investigation. Yes, her own boyfriend is allegedly spilling the beans, providing testimony that could ruin her political reputation. Word on the street is that he has been assisting investigators, and his evidence includes claims that Henyard accepted bribes from contractors and misused village funds for personal vacations. If that is accurate, Henyard's political career appears to be severely jeopardized. We mean, how do you recover from that? Now let's stand back and examine this situation in its wider context. Henry's leadership style has always been, to put it mildly, unconventional. She refers to herself as the super mayor, and she has her fair share of devoted supporters. However, her critics have called her a dictator, and the evidence supports that. Since practically the beginning, she has been at odds with the village trustees, fighting resolutions left and right, ignoring the board's decisions, and trying to solve problems on her own when she doesn't get her way. Sound familiar? This is a classic power play that has been blowing up in her face.
Here to appoint my police chief, my
Consider how public meetings have evolved into full-fledged spectacles, with attendees booing her off the stage. There was a famous incident at the Fieldhouse in the Park District where Henyard arrived late and was met with a chorus of jeers. People were yelling at her to resign, so she left in shame. It was chaos, and not only have the residents grown sick of her antics, but her own trustees have too. 4 of them joined forces to oppose her judicial nominations, and they have been advocating for increased accountability and transparency in the village's finances. They know they face a tough opponent, but won't quit.
my vetoes. So I got 7 vetoes here that the board.
Gittard, on the other hand, appears to be completely unaffected by the mounting opposition. In fact, she is now doubling despite all the investigations and illegal drama. She has announced that she is running for re-election. Can you believe that after everything that has come to light, she actually believes she can win another term as mayor? One fan commented online, saying that if they elect her again, they should deserve what she provides for them. How long until Dolton residents say enough? Moving on, let's discuss the village's reaction to all of this. You would think that after everything that has happened, Henyard would be losing support. That's true for some, but believe it or not, some of her supporters believe that the entire situation is just a smear campaign orchestrated by her Amos on the board. They believe that she is being unfairly targeted because she is a strong woman in power. Carla has contributed to this narrative by calling the investigations a witch hunt and asserting that she is being attacked because of her gender in a public statement. Her attorney, Bo Brady, said in a statement that Mayor Henyard has only been a victim of factional politics. Yeah, victim.
Called our security firm and made sure they had wands, and we also told our board to come upstairs due to the fact they had several ways to exit out of the field.
Now, let's get back to those federal lawsuits, because this is where things really get serious. The FBI is reportedly looking into not just Henyard's spending, but also potential ties between her administration and some shady organizations. Even with her supporters holding on to the numbers, the village is broke, and the residents are starting to feel the effects. Just recently, the board had to approve layoffs for 8 village employees because they simply couldn't make payroll. And remember that property that was supposed to become a new police station? Well, they don't have the money to finish it, so now they're talking about selling it. It's a mess, and Yard's leadership is at the canter of it all. Contractors. There are rumors that these contractors received village contracts in exchange for campaign contributions, which would raise serious concerns. It is also reported that the Henyard security detail has been paid overtime for work unrelated to their official responsibilities. Recently, one of the former police chiefs, Rob Collins, came forward and spilled his own tea. He claimed that Henyard was using village officers as her personal chauffeur and even sending them on errands unrelated to police work. All of this was occurring at the same time that the VI's crime rate was surging, raising concerns about misdirected priorities.
Also new tonight, Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard is suing some village trustees over Monday's.
One resident summed it up perfectly. Henyard's use of the village's credit cards has come under scrutiny as well. According to the investigation, she has been accruing charges for first-class flights, limousine stays, and pricey dinners at upscale restaurants. These are not business expenses. Rather, they are personal travels that the taxpayers have to foot the bill for. Remarkably, Tiffany still believes that telling a few more lies will make everything better. It seems as though she is unaware of how unhappy the public is, especially when it comes to the residents. At recent board meetings, there has been a strong backlash against Henyard, and people are not holding back. One woman even took the microphone and remarked, "We've been fighting this demon for the past 3 years. I did call her a demon, and I meant it." Another resident yelled, "I won't stop until she's behind bars." The frustration is real, and it's not just coming from a few irate people. It's widely known. Before we go, we would like to ask you 2 questions. Do you think Tiffany Harding has a chance of recovering from this scandal? And if you were a resident of Dolton, would you vote for her in the next election? Please share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. Until next time.